Hello and welcome to Amul India Facebook Live. I'm Chef Savita Patil from Lexicon Institute of Hotel Management, Wakuli, and assisting me is my student Meet Khambati. So today we are going to show you the creamy paneer spinach casserole, which is a wholesome dish itself. You can eat it as a meal, or when your children do not like to eat any leafy vegetable, this is one of the good option for you to make for the children. Now the ingredients that we are using today is, main ingredient is spinach, then I have some paneer, Amul cheese, Amul butter, Amul milk, and to make the white sauce or cheese sauce we have the refined flour and seasoning. Seasoning can be optional or according to your choice. Today I am going to give a little Indian touch to this, and this is a baked dish. So first what we are going to do is we are going to cook the spinach without any water in it. So you can take the whole leaves of spinach and cook them on a little high flame. Meet, can you please cook this? So we will put all the spinach and cook it very well till it gives out all the water and the water dries out. So you can put it in bits and parts, or you can use a big pan for it and put all the spinach at once also. Now why are we doing this till? Is because we do not want the spinach to leave too much of water when we are baking it. So that's why we want to dry out all the moisture now itself. Still spinach will leave some moisture later on also, but we are trying to dry out as much as we can. Today, though I am only making the spinach and paneer casserole, but you can add some vegetables to it to make it more interesting, or as per your choice. You can add some mushrooms, you can add some corn, some colored bell peppers can also be added. So that is up to you what you want to add. But basically main ingredient here is the spinach and the paneer. This is one bunch of spinach. I have taken one bowl of paneer, grated paneer. The quantity can differ as per your liking. If you like more paneer, you want to make cubes of paneer, that is entirely up to you what you exactly want to do. So we are drying it out. If you cut it, it will need more water and it will take a little longer. That's why I have put the whole spinach here, whole leaves I mean. I am not cut them, or you don't puree them also initially. No water or no fat, nothing is added in this. It's just plain spinach. So as you can see, it's leaving slightly water is there, but that we are going to dry out. As I said, the reason is the reason is not for cooking the spinach, but to dry out the moisture so that it doesn't leave too much of moisture later on. Because anyways, even if you take raw spinach, that gets cooked in the oven, that when we are going to bake this. So it's almost dry now. We are going to allow it to cool for a while before we grind it. Just, you can turn it. You can spread it out so that it cools down faster. So for one bunch of spinach, I have taken 1 katori of paneer. Now the next step that I am showing you is the cheese sauce. So basically it's white sauce with some cheese in it. So for that, I have taken 300 ml of Amul gold milk, and I will be taking 2 tablespoons of butter, 2 full tablespoons of butter, Once the butter melts, we will add 2 tablespoons of refined flour or maida in it. Allow the butter to melt. And then now we're going to add the refined flour in it. 2 tablespoons of that. And you mix it a little bit till it just starts changing the color slightly. If you want, you can add a little bit of chopped garlic. It gives a very good flavor. So I'm going to add half a teaspoon of chopped garlic, approximately half a teaspoon of chopped garlic. If you want to make it without garlic also, want to make it Jain, you can make it without garlic. That's entirely up to you. I prefer to add a little garlic, which gives a better taste to it. And now, you don't have to allow the garlic to turn completely brown. That's why you add it after you add the refined flour. And if you don't like the pieces of garlic in your mouth, you could also put grated garlic in it. And slowly we're going to add the milk in it and make the sauce out of it. Allow it to thicken. As the flour starts getting cooked, this mixture will thicken. You have to make slightly thicker sauce for this particular dish. Keep on stirring it and make sure there are no lumps in it. If there are lumps, then sauce will not be very creamy and smooth. So make sure there are no lumps. And as the sauce starts thickening, we can put some cheese in it. This is again optional. If you don't want to put the cheese, you can avoid putting the cheese. Can you put 2 teaspoons of cheese in it? So as you can see, the sauce is thickened. Little more please. And I'm going to turn off the flame. The cheese will melt with the heat of the sauce, and just a pinch of salt, because we already have used cheese in it, and spinach also contains natural salt, so we do not add too much of salt in this. So as you can see, the sauce has become thick. If the sauce gets more thicker, you can always change the consistency, or make the consistency little more liquid by adding some more milk to it and heating it. So I'm going to leave this aside, and Meet is going to grind this palak without putting any water in it. So you can coarsely grind it. Just once you can put it in the mixer and churn it. I'll put everything together. And we will start seasoning the spinach. For seasoning, we are again going to use a little bit of butter, just a little, just to make sure that your seasoning gets tempered properly. So what I'm going to add here is a little bit of jeera. As I said, I'm going to give an Indian touch to this. So you can keep it. So once the butter melts, we will add little jeera in it. Just a little jeera. Again, if you don't like the whole jeera coming in your mouth, you don't want to bite on it, you can always put jeera powder later on. Or if you want to make it, do not want to give that Indian touch to it, you could just use salt, pepper and little garlic. Again, little garlic in it. And some green chilies. So saute the garlic slightly, don't make it too brown, and chilies as per your liking. And as you can see, there is your palak, and we're going to just put the entire spinach in this. This will be sufficient for 2 to 3 people depending on what other accompaniments are there, but otherwise this is good enough for 2 to 3 people. It can make 3 bowls also, small bowls or ramekin molds. We don't need to really cook it, we are just going to mix it because already the spinach is cooked, and again it is going to get cooked in the oven. I've turned off the flame, and I am also going to add again just a pinch of salt in it because there's paneer. Now we're going to mix the paneer in this. As I said, if you don't want to use paneer, you can also put a lot of vegetables in it, different vegetables, make it more colorful also. So this is our mixture, and what we do is, after stirring it very well, we are going to put it in the ramekin molds. I will show you how to do one, then you can continue. So you put about half of this, and then we are going to top it with the sauce and the cheese. If you want, you could do, this is what I am doing is individual portion, but if you wish, you can also make the portion, make in one casserole, one big casserole, and serve it that way as well. Before putting your sauce, give it a nice mix. As you have seen that we have used very less salt in the sauce as well as in the filling. The reason, as I said earlier, we are going to be adding some cheese also, as well as there is natural salt in the spinach. So that's why we do not put too much of salt in the sauce and the spinach. And we're going to put the sauce on top of it. So as I said, the sauce is thickened a bit, and this is the consistency we want. Can you get some paper napkin to wipe this, please? And then you can also layer them, these. So you put the thin layer of spinach mixture first, and then again you can put the sauce. Again you put a layer of spinach. That way also it can be layered, and that will make it more creamier. So when this is getting baked, you will see once it is almost done, the sauce bubbles up, and yes, we need to clean the sides properly. Otherwise, later on this will start getting dry, and it will, when you're serving it, it doesn't really look good. So that's why you need to clean the sides very well. And of course, if anything is spilled on the tray, that also needs to be cleaned well. I have already preheated the oven to 160 degrees, and we will be baking in that. So the baking time depends on the size or height of the product. So here I'm just going to put some cheese on it. So, and allow it to bake till it turns slightly brown, or if you like it just the melted one, you can do that way as well. If you wish to put any anything for garnishing on this, you can put the bell peppers, colored bell peppers, or slices of tomatoes, cherry tomatoes, whatever you wish to put, you can put. But remember, that is going to shrink a little bit, and as well as it is going to dry a little bit. Sometimes it could change the color also. So another way is you put it afterwards. Now cheese is up to you how much you want to do, how much you want to put. I really like cheese, so I'm putting it generously, and that will give a very good taste. So we are putting it in the oven at 160 degrees, which will take about half an hour to get baked. So we have already baked some and kept for you to see. As I was telling you, I had put the bell pepper first, so it has become a little dry and it is shrinking a bit. So another way is you can take the bell peppers and toss them in little melted butter. You melt the butter and put the bell pepper, just mix it a bit, and then you can use them for garnishing later on. So I'm just going to put one slice of this, and since this is spinach casserole, I'm putting a piece of fried spinach. Okay, if it is stiff enough, you could just put one spinach also, that also gives a very good look. Or else, if you can make it stand, if it is firm enough, you could also make it stand on the side. Like, you could just poke it a little bit inside and make it stand also. So, and then you can serve it absolutely hot. The accompaniment that you want to give with this can be a garlic toast. That will go very well with it, or just a slice of French bread. Okay, so I hope you like the dish today, and I hope you enjoy making it and eating it. This is Chef Savita with Meet Khambati from Lexicon Institute of Hotel Management. Thank you, Amul India, for giving us an opportunity to showcase our product. Thank you.